Have you ever considered the environmental cost of your wardrobe? A thought-provoking question, isn't it? Our wardrobe choices, believe it or not, have a significant impact on our planet. This is the dark side of fast fashion that we're going to unravel today. Fast fashion, the business model that prioritizes speed and low costs to deliver frequent new collections inspired by catwalk looks and celebrity styles, has a detrimental impact on our environment. It's not just about the piles of clothes in your closet. It's about the waste generated, the water polluted, and the carbon emissions released into our atmosphere. Let's start with waste. In a world where the average person buys 60% more items of clothing than they did 20 years ago and keeps them for half as long, we're creating a colossal amount of textile waste. Every year, the world's citizens discard enough textile waste to fill the Sydney Harbor 7 times over. Next, we have water pollution. The fashion industry, especially fast fashion, is a major contributor to water pollution worldwide. From the pesticides used in cotton farming to the toxic dyes used in manufacturing, fashion's thirst for water is leaving a trail of harmful chemicals that poison rivers and seas. And then there's carbon emissions. The fashion industry produces 10% of all humanity's carbon emissions, more than all international flights and maritime shipping combined. To put that into perspective, that's equivalent to the emissions produced by 275 million cars driven for a year. Fast fashion is not just a fashion issue, it's an environmental crisis. But it's not all doom and gloom. We have the power to turn the tide. By making more informed choices about what we wear, we can start to reduce the impact of our wardrobes on the planet. Now that we know the problem, it's time to discuss the solution. Let's explore the rise of sustainable fashion in our next segment. Stay tuned. Enter sustainable fashion, an eco-friendly alternative to fast fashion. As the world grows increasingly aware of the environmental impact of many of our daily habits, a new trend has emerged in the fashion industry: sustainable fashion. This is not just a fleeting fad, but a response to the need to reduce the industry's carbon footprint and promote ethical practices. A pivotal moment in the fashion industry, sustainable fashion represents a paradigm shift that is transforming the way we think about our clothes. But what exactly is it? Simply put, sustainable fashion is about creating clothes, shoes, and accessories in environmentally friendly ways. It's about considering the entire life cycle of a garment, from design, raw material production, manufacturing, transport, storage, marketing, final sale, to its end of life. The rise of sustainable fashion is a testament to the growing consumer awareness and demand for more ethical practices. People are beginning to question the origins of their clothing, asking who made it, where it was made, and what it's made from. As a result, brands are becoming more transparent about their supply chains, and more designers are using organic or recycled materials. Sustainable fashion also promotes fair trade, ensuring that workers in the supply chain are treated fairly and paid a living wage. This ethical approach extends beyond humans to include animal welfare, with many sustainable brands choosing not to use fur or exotic animal skins. One of the reasons why sustainable fashion is gaining popularity is because it allows consumers to make a difference with their purchases. Shopping sustainably means supporting brands that are doing their part to combat climate change, promote fair trade, and reduce waste. It's about making a statement and taking a stand for what you believe in. But sustainable fashion is more than just a trend. It's a movement that indicates a shift in societal values, as more and more people are prioritizing sustainability in their lifestyle choices. It's a reflection of the growing consciousness that our choices today will shape the world of tomorrow. But what does this mean for you as a consumer? Sustainable fashion isn't just about wearing hemp shirts anymore. Today, the fashion industry is buzzing with innovation, and sustainability is at the forefront. It's a trend that's not only reshaping the way we dress, but also the way we think about our clothes. One of the most exciting developments in sustainable fashion is the use of innovative materials. Take, for instance, recycled plastic. Brands are now transforming discarded plastic bottles into stylish and durable clothing items. This not only helps reduce plastic waste, but also brings a new level of chickness to the idea of recycled fashion. Then there's mushroom leather, a plant-based alternative to traditional animal leather. It's a game changer in the fashion industry, offering the same level of durability and aesthetic appeal as animal leather, but without the environmental cost. It's just one of many ways fashion brands are embracing cruelty-free and eco-friendly practices. And it's not just about the materials. Brands are also adopting sustainable production methods. From water-saving dyeing processes to energy-efficient manufacturing, the industry is constantly seeking ways to reduce its environmental footprint. Let's not forget the rising popularity of slow fashion. This movement encourages consumers to buy less, but choose well. It's about investing in high-quality pieces that last longer, thus reducing the need for constant consumption and waste. While we're on the subject, it's worth noting that many popular brands are making strides in sustainable fashion. Brands like Patagonia, Everlane, and Reformation, to name a few, are leading the way with their commitment to ethical and sustainable practices. They're proving that style and sustainability can go hand in hand. But remember, it's not about endorsing any specific brand. It's about recognizing and supporting the shift towards more sustainable and ethical practices in the fashion industry. Sustainable fashion is not a passing trend. It's a movement, a way of life that's here to stay. With the rise of innovative materials, ethical production methods, and slow fashion, it's becoming easier and more appealing to make sustainable choices. With all these options, sustainable fashion is more accessible than ever. So why should you choose sustainable fashion? The answer is simple, yet profound. Choosing sustainable fashion is a conscious step towards preserving our planet while indulging in our love for style. You see, sustainable fashion is not just a fleeting trend, but a movement that's transforming the way we perceive and engage with fashion. One of the most compelling reasons to choose sustainable fashion is its positive impact on the environment. Traditional fashion practices often involve the use of harmful chemicals, excessive water, and energy consumption. On the other hand, sustainable fashion employs eco-friendly materials and production methods that drastically reduce environmental harm. So when you opt for sustainable fashion, you actively contribute to diminishing the fashion industry's carbon footprint. But the benefits don't stop at environmental conservation. Sustainable fashion also offers incredible value for you, the consumer. You might be wondering how? Well, sustainable fashion brands often prioritize quality over quantity. Their clothes are designed to last not just for a season, but for years to come. This means investing in sustainable fashion can actually save you money in the long run. Moreover, there's an inherent satisfaction in making responsible choices. When you buy a piece of sustainable fashion, you're not just buying a garment. You're supporting ethical working conditions, fair wages, and innovative practices that push the fashion industry towards a more sustainable future. Choosing sustainable fashion also means embracing diversity and individualism. Many sustainable fashion brands champion unique artisanal designs that break away from cookie-cutter fast fashion trends. This allows you to express your personal style while making a statement about your values. In a world where our choices matter more than ever, choosing sustainable fashion is a powerful way to make a difference. It's about more than just clothes. It's about shaping a future where fashion respects both people and the planet. But how can you start your sustainable fashion journey? Starting a sustainable fashion journey is easier than you might think. It's about making conscious choices, one garment at a time. Think of it as a wardrobe revolution, where quality trumps quantity and longevity outshines fast fashion. Firstly, buy less, but buy better. It's time to invest in pieces that will last longer, both in terms of style and durability. Look for timeless designs and sturdy materials. Remember, a smaller, well-curated wardrobe can be more satisfying than a closet full of trendy but disposable items. Next, choose sustainable brands. These are labels that prioritize eco-friendly practices, from sourcing raw materials to the manufacturing process. They value transparency, fair trade, and ethical labor. Do your research, check their sustainability report, and support those that align with your values. Finally, recycle your old clothes. Instead of discarding them, consider donating, swapping, or selling. There are numerous platforms online that make it easy to give your pre-loved items a second life, or get creative and upcycle them into something new. Embrace the slow fashion movement. It's not about being perfect, but about making better choices. Every time you choose sustainable fashion, you're not just upgrading your wardrobe, you're also contributing to a healthier planet. Remember, every little change makes a big difference. Sustainable fashion is more than just a trend, it's a movement. We've journeyed together through the impact of fast fashion, the rise of its sustainable counterpart, and the current trends that are shaping it. Now it's your turn to make a choice. Choose to be part of the solution. Choose sustainable fashion. Join us in this eco-friendly fashion journey. Subscribe to our channel for more content on sustainable fashion. Together, we can make a difference.